Hi everybody, welcome back. Appreciate you joining me today. Today I'd like to introduce you to the Yamaha TW 200. So the Yamaha TW 200 is an interesting motorcycle. She was started production back in 1987 and pretty much has gone relatively unchanged until present day, and we're in 2022 right now, with the exception of two things. One is that in the late 90s or right around 2000, they started to go to a disc brake on the front end. And the other thing is that around the same time frame, they stopped using the kickstart. And if you look just right underneath where it says Yamaha, you can see where there is a spot right here, and it actually says kickstand for this thing. Excuse me, kickstart, and they actually still have the spot there for it. They're using the same motor and everything to do it. They just don't put the Kickstarter in there any longer, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But as some of the particular mods that are on this motorcycle, and this one is a 2008 model. I did buy it brand new. And I had, first of all, I'm going to start from the top and go down. I had put on this windscreen here, and this was what's known as a Jimbo windscreen from the TW forum online. And that thing's really great for keeping some wind off your chest, because I was using it to commute to work. And you can see she has got about 8,483 miles. Also, I have put on Powermade bar risers. You can see right in there that help bring the handlebars up a little bit, so you can actually stand up and ride a little more comfortably. The let me see, the next thing I did was put on a couple of these, is it Cicra? I don't know how to say that right. Bark busters, if you will, on the handlebars that help to keep wind off of myself, I guess, off my hands, keep my hands a little bit more comfy when I was riding to work, and that was pretty darn handy. Let's see, ended up putting on this seat cover as well, because honest to goodness, the seat is not all that comfortable on this bike. It's not a long distance riding bike at all. Other thing you're going to notice is these racks, and these racks are I believe they're by Cycle Rack, front and back. And even when I called to order these things, they told me that the front rack was probably no need. There really isn't a purpose for it, but I'm a huge fan of the three-wheelers, especially the Honda Big Reds, so I just had to have it. And oddly enough, if you kind of look in at this front corner, you can see it's bashed in pretty good. So what these front rack ended up turning into is a good crash bar. And I have laid this little machine down quite a few times trying to ride with my kids and with my buddies and such, and it actually does help probably protect the front end of this bike pretty well. It is a 200cc motor, a very simple machine. One of the reasons I like it so much, it is a single carburetor, you know, one cylinder, really not a whole lot to go wrong. Really simple machine. I've replaced the chain a few times on it, and it's easy to tighten that chain if you have to. Also, oh, the Ricochet body armor or belly pan or whatever you'd call that, I've installed. That has been priceless. Honest to goodness, though, the belly pan that comes on this motorcycle it's very light duty. It is paper thin, you know, metal. It's really not good for a whole lot. That's probably about it for modifications I've done. I actually just finally replaced the tires on this bike. So over 8,000 miles on the original rubber, and I'm not that proud of it. I'm not going to lie to you. I ended up going with the same Bridgestone tire that it comes with for the rear when I did this, and because I actually like that tire. That one's pretty good. But for the front tire, I'm not going to lie to you, the front tire that comes on these machines, it sucks. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad on the trail. I've lost the front end of this thing sliding out on me all over the place, and it's pretty bad on the road too. So I went with this Shinko tire that I watched a bunch of reviews online. I kind of like the look of it. It's like a flat tracking type of a, you know, regular looking front end. And for what I do, is mostly off-road now with this bike. I don't ride it too much to commute with work, maybe a handful of times a year, if I'm being honest with myself. So yeah, the TW 200, this thing is now the machine that I typically do trail riding. I have it registered for the trails, and it's legal on the roads, got directionals and all that. It only does 55 miles an hour though, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that is literally redlining. If you look at that speedo, it says redlining and it means it. It's not a whole lot to this thing, and she is cold-blooded. Hold on, we'll do a startup in just a second. Now these TWs are very cold-blooded, and it is, you probably can see my breath, it's cold right now, and it's been sitting outside. So let's see, you have to pull the choke all the way out. Then you gotta let it run for just a little bit. Then push the choke halfway in and let it warm up like this for, oh, let's try again. Might die again, but you gotta let it warm up like this for several minutes until it's like ready to go, or else it'll keep conking on you. But once she's warmed up, good to go. Great little bike. Well, while she's over here warming up and thinking about it, I'm gonna be putting her away for the winter season. Oh, I should hopefully not conk out on me here. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching today. I appreciate you joining me. I do appreciate, hopefully I'm earning a subscription from you. Appreciate that. So please like and subscribe. It really is going to help me out, help me stay motivated with putting some stuff. I definitely have got a few other things up my sleeve coming along. I've got a couple of three-wheelers to share, and I'm excited for the winter to finally hit, so we can start getting some riding in here. I'd like to take three-wheelers out onto the ice and do a little racing and do a little bit of trail riding. So stick with me, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon.